Hi, my name's Adam Walcott. I'm an award-winning gardener, and today we're going to talk about the handy 22 kilogram push spreader, and we're going to talk you through everything you're going to find inside the box. This is what's inside the box: the hopper, the sieve, the cover, the gauge, the handle, the spreader plate, the gearbox, the tyres, the lower frame assembly, and your fixtures and fittings. And don't forget to read the manual before you begin assembly. We're now attaching the lower frame assembly to the hopper using the 4 screws provided, and just turn each screw until it's nice and firmly in place, like so. Lower the distributor plate on the pin above the gearbox mechanism, put the screw through the lower hole to fix in place, and then tighten. Lower the gearbox mechanism onto the hopper, drop it down into the hole, and make sure the word front lines up with the front of the hopper. Now we're going to attach the lower frame assembly onto the gearbox axle, making sure the lower part of the frame is flaring inwards, not flaring outwards. We've now connected the 2 parts of the lower frame assembly together using the longest bolts available, using a size 10 spanner or ratchet. We're now attaching the frame brace, attaching the bolt from the outside in, push through, attach the nut to the back and tighten. You can already see we've done this on the opposite side. We've now connected the frame brace to the cross brace by putting the actual bolt through the side. This requires 2 people. We're now attaching the inner axle bush into the outer axle bush, pushing through like so. On one end of the gearbox axle, you'll notice there's a hole going through. Line up the hole on the inner part of the tyre with this, put the bolt through and tighten. Remember first to put the nylon washer in place. On the opposite side, put another nylon washer in place, and then the end cap, and just tap that on with a gentle mallet. On the opposite side, you will not have a nut and bolt. It's just simply nylon washer, wheel, nylon washer, metal washer, and then the end cap. Just to emphasize, at this stage, you need 2 people to construct this part of the machine. What we've done, we've attached the lower handle in between the parts of the 2 lower frame assemblies, and we've attached the pivot and bracket onto the right-hand side using the nuts and bolts provided. Remember at this stage to always keep the nuts and bolts just finger tight. What we've done now is to attach the upper handles to the handle shaft, and also attach the gauge mechanism on the left hand side, securing this with the nuts and bolts provided, and then place the handle spacer in between. The next stage is to connect the control rod to the gauge at the top, and then at the other end through the bracket and pivot, remembering to remove the lower bolt first, and then reattaching once you put it through the bracket and pivot. When attaching the gauge, make sure it's in the closed position. This will assist you with attaching the lower part of the mechanism to the hopper later on. Once you've completed the assembly of your hopper, you may actually find that in the closed position the apertures aren't fully closed or fully open. What you need to do is adjust the 2 nuts here, moving them either up or down until you've got the actual opening and closing as you wish it to be. There's actually further information in the manual explaining how to do this. Once you're happy the gauge control is working properly, then you can tighten everything up and you're pretty much ready to use your machine. Your spreader also comes with a sieve that makes sure no bigger chunks actually go in and block the mechanism, and also there's a rain cover you can put on the top. If it is raining while you're using it, it won't dampen what's inside, and if you don't use all the product as well, it protects it while you're storing it. Thank you for watching the handy. Any questions, please leave a comment below, and please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.